right, welcome back to Indie Faith. You're here with Jules and Mary and a special guest.
Woo!
Our only guest, Uiva.
Woo!
For Logo Bros. So shout out to Logo Bros. Check out their videos on our YouTube page as well as Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. Instagram and Facebook, Logo Bros _. I think we'll put it in the link.
Yeah.
So how are you?
Yeah, good.
He's like, thank you for the question.
So far, this is the second time we've just been on our podcast.
Yeah.
And so far this year has been our only guest, and anyone sort of brave enough to be
Love having him on. Love having him on.
Yeah. This topic today is an interesting one. So no, not really a specific topic. We're just sort of gonna go down memory lane. Sort of talk about like
our childhood.
Memories.
Yeah.
Just sort of get to know us a little bit more.
Yeah, who better to do that with than this guy?
This one.
That's why I'm here. Make sure you guys are not exaggerating.
I'm ready.
Oh, they're ready.
Ready for this. Okay, so let's just get straight into it. First question. So what was your guys' perception of me back when we were kids?
You can go first, cuz.
Jules was always I reckon she grew up really fast. Just the we're always I reckon we learn a lot from Jules. Every time we have like get-togethers and stuff, or the adults are always not around, and Jules always takes us and just a caring old sister.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
I was actually expecting some really bad ones. But I'll take
He's getting warmed up.
There was a time. There was a time she was looking after us, and she made us rice and eggs. Yeah, and the rice was it was hard as rock.
And that was my first time.
Yeah, I didn't say anything at the time. But me and Bucky were little brother. We went to the room. We're like, what the hell?
Sad.
But then we just said to her, appreciate.
Yeah. He's just eating
You
it.
didn't say anything, but Bucky did. Our other brother, he was like, it's hard.
He's like, what is this, man? Trying to poison us.
Sad.
No. Yeah, looking back at it now, she was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
Making rice for 8-year-old and a 6-year-old.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What about you, cuz?
Oh, that was really sweet.
I know. I was waiting for it. I was like, what am I gonna say?
First perception of you. I think I feel like I was just born and you were just there. If that makes sense. Like growing up, you just were always around. I think you because you know how I have my siblings and stuff, but you were just like we were always there because you saw the older kids and stuff. So I just felt like you were just. It was like I already had older siblings. That makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, oh, cool. I've got these guys who come around sometimes.
Come on, all the time.
Yeah, but like I think my earliest memory is just the pancakes. Like when I think of Jules, I think of pancakes.
Oh,
because when you're little and you're looking after all the other kids, you always made pancakes, and it wasn't like stink either. Like I know the rice was bad. but I think she learned some skills, done her research, and then she made pancakes. So I remember, she'd try and do things for us as kids so that we still did things together. Like without adult supervision. She was the older sibling and the older cousin. So you're just always making sure, like, it was the first perception of you.
I love how they're both food.
Um,
Both memories about food. Like, I did other things, but
but you said first perception. I'm gonna go with that. Lock it in.
All right, we'll go with what was our perception of Mary back when we were kids? I'll go.
Okay.
So when you were younger, you were the most spoiled.
Yeah. I'm not denying it. I can't disprove.
But you were always, like, since you were little, always the bubbly one. Like, you were always like always laughing, always like for some reason, like, as old as we are, whenever we go to like functions or stuff, we hide behind this one. Because she does all the talking. Yeah. So we're always like, Mary,
do your thing.
We'll hang out over here. You go talk to those people. And she would do it. Like, she would be willing to do it.
Yeah, if we had like get-togethers with family we haven't met yet.
Yeah. And we're always like
Mary
the shy.
was the one that goes.
She was the only one. Yeah. Like, all of us, and there's probably like how many, 15 of us, and we're all like over here in the corner, and she's actually like socializing. So I'm like, oh yeah, cool. You represent all of us. But yeah, you were always like that. Always the bubbly one, always the friendly one. Yeah, and we hid behind you. Like, as old as we are, we always hid behind you. Right. We still do. But yeah, that was like my perception of you as a kid, and you haven't changed. Like, you haven't, like, you're still the one that's always very social, very bubbly, make everyone else feel comfortable.
Also, when we were younger, when we have get-togethers, you're the one that always looks after the younger kids.
Yeah, the babies.
Yeah, like Monty.
Yeah.
Looking after John as well. I remember, like, you took care of him, like, made the bottles and stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
so I think, just the caring older sister as well. You
were able to do the what is that Beyonce move while you're carrying Monty?
Yeah, it was Monty. Yeah. We got a video too.
They do too. But every time you play it and I know it's getting up to that bit, I like need to go toilet.
Once you hear the song.
I know, as soon as it's coming on, I'm just like, I full just get up. And like one time, like Bucky chased me, like he's like, where are you going? And then I like locked myself in the bathroom, like waiting till it's finished. And then I come back and you guys paused it. I thought I was in there quite a while. It's probably finished. I come out. Oh, you better just like press play. Oh man!
But I'm fit to those family videos. They're so cringe.
They're so cruel.
I don't know how they're like you can look back at that and be like, oh yeah, that was good memories.
Did you see like what you're wearing?
Yeah,
I'm wearing a frilly skirt. Like, and this ugly sweater top thing.
I actually thought that's what you were going to actually bring up in the perception of me back when I was a kid, was my my fashion style. That was ugly as.
I know, that's another thing from my perception of you. You're still the same since you were younger.
Oh yeah?
Or just, your attitude towards other people was different. Like, every time I come in, we always have talks or chats in your room.
Yeah.
And it's always like how we're talking now.
Yeah.
But every time you go to school, it's a different Jules. But yeah.
Yeah. I went through that emo phase too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I remember there was a time I had no belt for school. And then I went in your room and I was like, Jules, can you give me a belt? I need a belt. And she gave me a belt that had like spikes on it. I was like, what the hell is this, man? This was when Jules was in her metal phase.
My metal phase. I know.
The dark hair. Room was as dark as
the skull bracelet.
Yeah.
Skull bracelets.
Even at the choker.
The choker.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, did you wear it?
I had to, yeah.
Covered it with his shirt.
I try to hide it as much as I can.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Poor
Bitch, I
Uiva.
missed that belt. I forgot I had that.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah. All right. What was our perception of Uiva back when we were kids?
Did you want me to go first?
Oh,
I'll
whatever.
go first. Kaz is very he seems shy, but I think it just takes a while for someone to just talk to him and get to know him.
Mm.
But honestly, my first perception since I was like a young kid to now is he's still the funniest
Funniest.
funniest person I've ever met in my life. Like I can't compare him to anyone else.
Yeah.
Like the humor that he has, and he's not trying.
I know.
Like people will laugh, and he's still straight faced.
Or he's like he's telling a joke and
Yeah.
we're all like dying.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get that, that little bit of air. in.
Yeah.
And then he's still going. Sonny, stop, man.
But you
And
know
then when I keep going, Bucky's like, all right, that's enough now. Man. Trying too hard now, man.
Nah, it's just funny because when we tell stories, we're laughing while we're telling it, and it's like losing the funniness of the joke. Whereas this guy is he's still talking,
It's still serious. They're still straight faced.
and our ribs are hurting, and we're just like, oh man, still the funniest guy I've ever met, and he's still the same.
Yeah.
Like I haven't met anyone as funny as my cousin.
Yeah. I'm the same. Like, yeah, always the funniest. Like,
Yeah,
even like he was the one that we all relied on whenever we would go through like a bad time, and we always we were always
yeah,
like no matter how bad the situation is, Weaver always sort of comes in and finds a light and like makes everything like funny.
yeah. You just feel better.
Takes the worst situation, just makes it funny.
Yeah, like no one has that sort of talent.
Yeah. And I think that's pretty much what saved a lot of us, because we we're always like if we're down or we're angry and that, and then this guy comes in with his jokes and we're just like just forget about everything and we're just laughing. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I didn't know that, but
Nah. But yeah, you're still the funniest.
Yeah.
But the best is when Weaver imitates our dad. It was one time we were all in the house, and I think we were all in the rooms or something.
Yeah.
And then the door opens, and then we just hear hello. And we all like ran out thinking it was dad. Like,
Yeah.
was he finished early or it's this guy?
He like went outside around,
Yeah.
he's gone to the front.
and you guys get scared because everyone's playing around, and once we hear Dad's here, we'll all run in the room.
Or like if we're listening to our songs with like swearing words and
Yeah.
stuff in there, and then like we hear hello. And it's like,
Turn it down, Dad's here.
yeah, this guy.
And he wouldn't even laugh. He's just standing there.
Yeah.
We're just we're full crying.
We're just angry.
Weaver man.
Too late to take a bandana off.
Just getting into that song. Fetch the bandana. I went through that phase. I had the bandana and the visor.
Oh, the
over
visor. And your fringe over it.
it.
Oh, I swear I wanted to be like her.
Yeah,
What the hell?
I was like, what?
That was bad. I had the ugliest style back then. And
I think he had what shirt was it? It was like a
Too
yeah,
furious.
that one.
I think he had it like a few years ago.
no. Oh. Yeah.
When you were already a mum.
Yeah. It's my favorite t-shirt. I found it at the markets.
Fairfield Markets.
Man.
Yeah.
Those shirts are the best, man. I
And
had one of
Dickies
those.
shirts.
That was the first time like you get to get the those what do you call it, imitation ones?
Yeah.
But they're like, sort of switched to like
Yeah.
fob style.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
one, the Ford sign.
Oh
That
yeah.
said fob.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Used to wear the hell out of that.
Yeah, mine was the like it too fob,
Too Fob, Too Furious.
It was like Fitch, Dickies, yeah.
Dickies was another big one.
What was the other one? What
There was like
we all
FBI.
had Dickies, eh? It was always that same jacket. Remember that jacket?
We got
It came in
different colors.
There was a brown one, a white
Oh,
one, and
yeah.
a
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all wore it. We thought it was so cool.
Yeah, I think me and Mel had the brown one, and we wore it the same day. And I ran out of the car. I was like, oh, taking it off. Never wearing that again.
I think because we all matched. It's like,
It was a Dickies era, man.
Yeah. We wanted like I think somebody had a wallet as well. Then yeah, that was the brand back then.
I think because it was cheap too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like cheap and affordable for us.
Yeah, at the markets they were everywhere.
Yeah.
Like the t-shirts. Like even the t-shirts were the same. Like we all had different colours, but we had the same
it says Dickies on it. Logo. But mine was I think blue. I go over and you guys are wearing like black.
Yeah. I think we were pretty much already there. But growing up, what was your most embarrassing moment?
Oh man,
We're going.
We're full like exposing ourselves.
There was one time in high school. You know, in high school when you're from trying to be the hot. I used to wear my skirt. Like, mom would buy me a skirt, but I would cut it and hem it up so it's higher because that was the trend back then. So I walk past, like in Westfield, there's an area where just fobs hang out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I for some reason I had to walk past the fob guys that was in there, and then just stacked it.
Oh yeah,
I stacked it, and then not only that, my skirt came up because it was already like short.
Yeah.
So it came up over, and just everything was exposed. I was never in with the fob crowd in high ever actually, but yeah.
Aww.
But that was embarrassing. Yeah, especially when like back then, I don't know why, because I was the I don't know, I wasn't never in the fob group. I don't know. But yeah, it was like something I always wanted to be in because it was back then. It was like they were the popular crowd.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never like no one ever looked at me like I was a fob.
I think it's because we went to when we had primary school. There was no Polynesians at all.
Yeah,
in primary school, we were like the freaks of the school, man.
I know, we were the only fobs.
Yeah.
I used to wear because it was all like balangis and singers, but no one with like dark skin. No one.
Oh no, if there was one, that's your competitor.
Well, when I was there,
I'm the only one here, mate.
Nah, when I was there, because we came from New Zealand, so that was like Fob Central.
Yeah,
and then we came here. There was absolutely no other island. We're like, what the fetch school did you put us in? And then and because I used to be so embarrassed because I was pretty much the darkest in the school because there had no dark people there. So I 40-degree heat, I was wearing a jumper because I was so scared. Like I was so embarrassed to show my skin.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pitching, it was a hot ass, man.
You're dying inside.
I know. And this is the first time we experienced
like summer in Australia.
Yeah, summer in Australia. And I'm like,
I hate it here.
No wonder I had a lot of asthma attacks. But yeah, that was one of my embarrassing moments. I think that I have heaps more, but I can't remember. I think I buried it.
I got my embarrassing moments, but I can't find one that was like truly embarrassed. Like there was one, just a little one. Right? We went to the shops, and with my cousins in Queensland, and we're halfway there, and I forgot my shoes. I forgot my shoes, so I don't know how we're gonna get out of the car. So I just pretended that I forgot my puffer at home. So went all the way home. I ran and make sure they didn't see my socks.
How did you manage that?
I don't know. I was just like, wiggling my toes.
How did you?
Just wiggling my toes. I was like, oh, what the hell? I'm not wearing shoes.
But I mean, how did you manage to run back to the house without like them seeing that you don't have shoes?
Oh, it was like nighttime, so. And I sprinted.
It was.
And I'm like, here's my puffer.
Okay, wiggling my toes, and then I was, oh shit, no shoes.
We're like almost there. It's like a 20-minute ride. And
Oh, it's so late.
almost there. I was like, I forgot my puffer. They probably were like, you didn't even need your puffer, mate.
Yeah.
Go to the
You're
shop.
not easy.
You need it after that run.
Oh,
What was yours? Cause
Mine's a high school one. So with swimming lessons and stuff. So they separated us. Teachers said if you a confident swimmer on this side, and if you're not a confident swimmer on the other side. And all my friends were on the side that they're confident, because they're good swimmers. And I didn't want to be by myself, so I went on.
oh no!
So all the ones that didn't know how to swim, they went on the shallow end, and all the ones who did know how to swim, they're on the deep end.
oh no.
And then the teachers are like, okay, one by one, you just jump in, and then you start doing your laps. And then I think when you're about 10 meters in, they get the next kid to jump in. So you got to keep swimming. So they're like, oh, it's your turn. So I jump in. I got too scared because they're all, I don't know if they just dive in or that certain way that, swimmers do. So I said, can I just they're all jumping off the thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, can I just go down and then just jump in? They're like, yeah, whatever you feel, comfortable with. I was like, oh, thank you. So I jumped in and I started swimming. And then the teachers were calling or something. So I turned around and then they said, try swim against the wall or the rope. And I was about 10 meters in, away from them. And I was like, what? And then I realized I'm sinking.
Oh no.
I was like, what'd you say? And then they tried to repeat. And then I realized, I was like, oh my God. And then I'm panicking. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm trying to
paddle.
I'm just trying to do something. And then I can't reach the rope and I can't reach the wall. And I'm just like, oh shit, what do I do? And then I saw the poor lifeguard. They weren't sure if I was gonna redeem myself. So they're like, come on, are you okay? And I'm drowning at this point, the water's. So I keep going in and then coming back up and then this poor lifeguard jumps in with her socks on.
Yeah.
She didn't have enough time to take, so she takes off her shoes. That's the last thing I remember her doing. And then I just remember getting pulled out. And then her socks are she had to jump in. She didn't even have time to take off the shorts. I think she had swimmers inside. Yeah. But she didn't have time.
Jeez.
because I don't know. So, but it sucked because the whole school saw.
Oh. Damn.
So they had all of our just watching, and then so they see me drowning on that side. And then they're like, can you swim? So I get out and then they're like, hey, can you swim? And I was like, no.
Did it look like I could swim?
And I was crying, drowned, and I'm crying, can you swim? I was like, no. Why are you in this? Why did you say you can swim? And I was like, oh, okay. And then they're like, yeah, you need to go to the shallow end with the other, non-confident swimmers. And I made that embarrassing walk around.
Oh.
And then I was dating a guy at the time. What would we be? Year 7. And then this guy was so embarrassed.
Oh no.
So I'm with a towel and people were trying to comfort me. It's okay, you're all right. It's all right. It happens or whatever. And then I get there and I sit down and the guy's just sitting there oh. And I was like,
Did he dump you after that?
Nah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it was just out of pity. They were like, I can't dump someone and you just drowned. That would make me look. But, so I've never lived that down because sometimes my friends remind me or I remember and I'm like, oh. So that's embarrassing. That's painful.
Yeah, that's painful.
Year.
I feel you.
The whole my whole year just watched me and then I had to walk around and then and you're crying. I was crying because I drowned, crying because I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Crying because I can't swim. Yeah.
But I remember this one time, we because in NZ we had pools at the school.
Yeah.
So we had our first swimming session, and I didn't have any swimmers. So we called them togs back in NZ. So I didn't have any swimmers. I asked Mom if she could get me some. And I don't know. Dad went to my cousin's house, and he asked for my cousin's togs, her swimmers, and she's older than me.
Oh.
So he brought it, and then anyway, I was like, because it was the next day, so I was like, I packed it in my bag, and then and then we got to school, and we all had to go change into our swimmers. Got the swimmer out. It was freaking all leopard. It was a one piece leopard print.
What is that?
Black and white leopard print. And then anyway, I go to put it on. And remember, like all these girls are in there. And you couldn't really, there was no change room where you could go get some privacy. So I was like putting it on. I was like standing there. You know the bottom of the togs where like it's supposed to be
under
like
there.
around your crotch. Yeah. It was hanging.
What is that?
It was freaking massive.
Man.
Oh, man.
So I was like, I stood there and I'm like, everyone can see everything. So I didn't know what to do. So I was like, trying to figure out, do I tie it?
Do you walk up like this?
Yeah, so I chucked it back in my bag and I was like, oh, I forgot my swimmers.
Man.
Since then I never ever did swimming.
Yeah.
Like in my whole life, like in school, never went swimming.
It's always the ones that we stay home at.
I know.
Swimming scheme and all that.
Swimming
Yeah.
3 days off.
Yeah, swimming carnivals. Oh yeah, mom, dad. I'm sick.
There was a time we had the assembly at school in the stadium. And I'm on the floor and it's like 40-minute assembly.
Oh.
Then we all got up and we got to get out of the stadium after. Man, my legs were numb as, man. And I couldn't control it. Every time I walk, it's wobbly. So I stopped for like 5 seconds and there's people who like wanting to get out. And they're like, can you hurry up, man? They were like, I don't know, man. And then I just kept going. Even though I was like walking like Elvis Presley, man. And then I got up to the stairs. And I was like, oh no, I'm not going to survive. And then one step, and it took me like 5 minutes to get out of there, man. Everyone's like, I had to wait for me to. And they're like, can you hurry up, man? I'm like, just wait, man. Damn. Just one step at a time.
I can't feel my legs.
Honestly, I was like holding the rail. You're like, you're right, man. I was like, oh man, I feel sick. My legs were like, oh.
Which I know because it happened to me as well in assembly.
It's too long, man.
You're sitting on the floor and you have to have your legs crossed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't like, open your leg like,
Yeah, like stretch it out. Give
Yeah.
it some some room.
I know.
So that was pretty embarrassing.
Poor Elvis Presley.
I was like, oh man. Like people were like couldn't get out, man. I was like, nah, you guys have to wait, man. I'm not getting down.
Hold up the traffic. Oh man, I thought I remembered something as well. Oh, I noticed this in school, but I noticed it specifically with FOBs or for Islanders. Why is it every time we have like tests, you have a runny nose?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst, man.
Every time. Like my nose is like fine every other
Yeah.
day, but they come when we do like exams. All of a sudden it's just like it's not even just a little it's like full on like a water fountain.
Just one and then teacher's like this. And then so you try not to do it again. And then the whole time, I still remember that, man. It was interesting.
Sometimes I had to do my test and I had to be like this.
Yeah, that's it. And it's just like going all over your sleeve. And then you want to get up. You want to get up and you have to go up like
Because if you get like this, you just see the
It's just like streaming.
And then you try it. You hope for like a big sound to happen.
Like the bell or something.
And so you just get, so you sniff it all back in.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Too embarrassed to ask for a tissue as well.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's why I used to always wear a, even if it was hot, I'll wear a jumper.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, go like this. It was hard, man.
It was hard.
No, I was cracking when he said the teacher looks at you when you just do one sniff. There was a time I was just like, I was doing it. I could feel it running. And I had no sleeves. So I'm just like.
And then when someone else has it and I don't, in an exam, I'm like, oh, there's always a sniffler.
It's always me. Like, it's always like, I notice every time it's always me that's like the sniffler. If it's not the sniffler, it's for my freaking stomach, man.
Yeah.
Like, it rumbles. I hate it, man.
You sound like all malnourished and shit.
I know. It's like constant and it's loud.
Yeah.
Like really, really loud. So sounds stupid. But like sometimes I used to always scrunch up my paper.
Yeah.
Just to create some
Just to
sound.
create something to cover it up. That's like when I, sometimes I, accidentally fart.
Fart?
I was like, oh no, I shouldn't say this. When
He goes, sometimes when you fart, actually, let me think of another word.
story.
Let me cough.
Now you have to finish it now.
Yeah, finish it, guys. All right, don't be embarrassed.
And then, when you fart in class accidentally. And then everyone's like, what the hell is that? And they look at you. Oh, no, it's just my shoes.
Yeah.
And then you try and, do the same sound. But it just never happens. And I'm like, no, you found it. All right.
It doesn't sound like that.
And I'm like, I swear, it's my shoes. Oh.
Yeah, fetch school, man, was the worst for me. Say all these like, you just can't control your body.
I know.
But there I remember this guy, a foam guy that sat next to me. I always say who he is because he's in league.
Oh, man.
He sat next to me in an exam, and he was I was jealous, man, because he had his bag next to him, and he had his rugby jersey in there, and I just seen him just get it out. And he actually had like a full on shirt. He wasn't even embarrassed. He was like, he was just like using it.
Yeah.
Like, lucky. I wish I had the guts, man. Take my jumper off and do the same thing.
That Isaac Luke.
But yeah.
Good guy.
There was this one time. I think it was like probably the first few weeks I dated Rob, and when I was staying over at his place, he's got like stairs at his place, and there was this morning where I had to we had to get up early to go to go to work because we all worked at the same place. And then it was like probably 5 a.m, and they were all getting ready upstairs. And then because I was too embarrassed to use the toilet upstairs because they were there, so I went down to use the toilet downstairs. So because it's dark, right? So I was going down the stairs, and I swear I fell like probably 10 steps, and I just rolled like.
Silly.
I rolled, I knocked the rail, I knocked the wall. So it was a big commotion. But because like if you're standing on the top and you look down, you can see you can see what's happening. So, I fell, honest, like I was sore as, but then I just heard, "You all right?" And I like honest, it was like superpowers. I just jumped straight up.
Yeah, man.
I was like, yeah, I was just going to the. I was like, what was all that noise? Oh, no, it was just my bag. Knocked the railing. But it was not loud. Boom, boom, boom.
I know. It always happens at our old place. You always come out, you're like, what's that sound? And I'm like, no, I was just walking down the stairs. But for real, how many times have I fell down the stairs on that?
But I'm pretty sure Rob knew. Rob knew I fell because it was loud. It was like doof, doof, doof. And I went and got in the toilet because it hurt. back was like bruised.
He's like, I'm okay.
No. Yeah, maybe we'll move on to the next one. So as kids, when we had our get-togethers, what's the thing you enjoyed the least about get-togethers?
We just, you always had the adults arguing and punch-ups.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, on those occasions, it wasn't very fun.
Yeah. When they play poker and we're like all the adults are playing poker and we're in the other room and we have nothing to do for like hours,
Sometimes days.
Oh man, that was hard.
But I think we found ways. It's just, I can see why it would be like one of the least favorite things.
Yeah, because there was stuff to try and entertain us, but that was usually done by the first hour. We still had another 23 hours. But yeah, and the fights, What was yours?
I think we were pretty much covered it. But I'm trying to think of if I can think of anything else.
Enjoyed the least. What about enjoyed the least with our get-togethers, like us kids? Because I do have one, but I'll wait till it. Yeah, Fitchin, every time we get together, I was always roasting.
See, but I feel like
Isn't that a good thing?
I said the least enjoyable.
I think if you're the target of the night, then it's the least.
Because like I don't know if anyone else is the same out there, but our family go hard out. It's usually always like just well, you're this, and then like it just gets brutal after that, man. They take your soul away. Wait, okay. Move on.
Didn't know that was
okay, next one. We'll play a game, but we for our answers we'll just point to the the other person. Actually, no, we shouldn't point because the audio.
We'll just say the name.
All right. Okay, ready? Okay, who was the sookiest? Mary.
Mary.
I feel like that was already
Yeah, the first three are pretty obvious ones. Who was the funniest?
Oh yeah,
Uiva. Who was the angry one?
Jules.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with Jules.
Who was the liveliest?
Mary.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with you.
Who was the one that got in trouble the most?
Me.
Yeah.
Mary.
Actually. Who was the one that got the most hidings? Mary.
Mary, yeah.
This one. I'm not sure with this one actually. Who partied more?
I want to go with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Jules.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the best singer?
Weaver.
I'm not even good, man.
Yeah.
No.
He's like, I need to get off the ship.
I'll mention that story.
Wait, what now? Or-
Huh?
What?
So the reason why I say Weaver's the best singer is because when we do our family prayers, we always have the hymn
song.
Yeah, the hymn song that we sing before the prayer.
Oh yeah.
And our mom and dad was very passionate
Singers.
Yeah, singing passionate about the singing the singing of the hymn song. So like Mary said, we're not singers.
Yeah, we have other talents, just not singing.
And so mom and dad used to they never liked our singing. So their way of teaching us how to sing was we had to do a verse each, and we had to do it solo.
Oh.
Yep.
And Fitch, man, like it was hard because I was like for one, it's embarrassing as hell to have to sing this song, and not only that, I know I can't sing, but
Yeah.
like no one's accepting that. So I have to sing the song, and then it's like it's not too high, it's not high, so I have to sing it higher, and then it's like now it's Paulua. Now it's like flat. And I'm like, I can't reach that note.
I'm not Mariah Carey.
But the reason why I say Uiva's the best singer is because every time mom and dad always say, look at Uiva, he's singing his heart out. Like, he's singing really nice.
I just didn't want to get killed. That's all. You guys, man. It's like you never sing. Like when we do the singing,
Yeah.
they're both miming. That's why I only hear me and mom. And then when I can't hear anyone, then I stop because everyone's listening to me. Oh man!
To be fair, there's like 10 of you in the house. That's why. And so if it's just Uiva and Auntie, it's just like.
Yeah, because the little kids didn't have to sing. It was just the three of us. And so me and Pucky, like we always like I sing really, like I'll sing, but it's very low because like I don't want to because mom does this thing where she'll sing, like she's singing and she's the loudest out of all of us, but she'll sing and then all of a sudden like we're all singing, right, and then all of a sudden she stops. It's just us and that's all we can hear, and that's why she does it, because she wants to see if we're singing.
Who's singing?
And we're
Okay.
like, really?
I'm only good. I only like when mom starts it off, so she sets like the tone,
Yeah.
and then I go from that tone,
Yeah.
and then when mom goes high, I'm like, what the hell? She changes the tone during the song, and I'm like, okay, I don't think I can go that high, so I try and go that high.
At least you try. Like, you were really good. Me and Bucky just like started miming. We just pretend to. I used to do that trick first, but then Bucky somehow.
What about that time when you guys weren't singing, and then Dad had to stop the whole thing, and then he was like telling you guys to sing,
Got the full extension. Got the extension cord out.
just on because these guys weren't singing. I'm just sitting there like this.
This guy's an angel child. Man.
I don't. That's why I just don't want to get killed. That's the only reason I sing my heart out, man.
Yeah, because he made me and Bucky sing a verse each, and then because we weren't singing or we weren't doing it properly or to his standard, they fitted out came the extension cord. I was like,
I'll sing.
it's like, what the? Why extension cord?
Oh, Dad.
Aw.
He always gets Junior to get something to fussy us with.
Yeah. But then, like, the funniest thing is that he's got this extension cord, so he's threatening us, right? But then he still expects us to sing after that. And I'm like, right now it's not gonna sound any good.
Like shaky.
I know. It's like I don't know. Or like they expected me to be like opera singer straight after the. No, but
And then
yeah.
after that, you guys look at me, angel child. I was like, I just doing what I was told. You know?
Yeah. Well, that was
Good times.
But you said that you go off mom's tone. For lately, you know how with birthday songs we go off dad because dad's the one that like for some reason now dad's the one that leads it. It's too low, and so it all sounds like a funeral. We were just watching the recording of our niece's first birthday. She freaking cried, like she screamed because of the singing.
Oh.
Yeah, it sounded dark. He's like,
It
what?
honestly sounded like someone died, man.
Oh, poor Papa.
And she cried so bad. She was
Sitting
so
there like, what's happy
scared.
about it? What's happy
It
about
was
it?
all like happy birthday. Oh, poor baby.
And then the younger kids, man. Like when we started, we were still doing prayers like a few years ago. And the little kids, man, they don't even sing at all.
I know.
They get in
And they
trouble.
get away with it.
Yeah.
Fetching hell.
Like John's not even trying. Yeah, at least we mind.
Yeah.
John's just like, nah.
Well, no, they get away with a lot.
Yep.
John. All right. If you could go back and change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
Oh, jeez.
If I could go back and change one thing about myself, I think I would change. Actually, there's a lot I would change about myself. The emo phase, a style fetch, because it's me, 5 boys, and then 2 girls. So I wore mostly boy clothes.
Yeah, and then I got your hand-me-downs.
Fight.
And like it was like not in then, and then because they're right now, it's even more like out of style. But because it was Julia's, and I was like, yeah, I got her like hand me downs. These are awesome clothes. And then you go to school and they're just like looking at you like, what
What the hell was that? Yeah, I'll feature. That's one thing I'll definitely change.
too.
Is, like,
Yeah.
feature my style, just have some sort of style.
Yeah.
It's just like no style. Yeah, I think that'll be one thing I'll change. Personality wise, I'll probably change like not let anything, not care what other people think.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I shied away from people a lot because I cared too much about my image.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Yeah, it's me too. Probably I was a bit quiet, like at school. Like I don't think I even said anything at school.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone, and then I think because I didn't say anything around anyone when I was in rugby, because you know how Dad's always around,
Well,
and he's always like, just don't try and talk a lot, at training and stuff.
yeah.
Just focus on trying hard.
Yeah.
So I didn't talk much to people, and I think that kind of when I because I was good at primary school, because I had no one from my rugby team.
Yeah.
At school, and then high school came in. All my rugby teammates were there, so I think I didn't want to show them that I talk too much. So I stopped talking. And I stopped talking to anyone
Yeah.
at all. I reckon
'Cause in-
that's why.
Yeah. In primary school, you went shy.
Nah.
Yeah.
I reckon I was. I used to muck around.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fetch. Yeah. I was shy as well in high school. I think that's, yeah, I agree. I'll change that about myself as well. Because I got called boring.
Me too. Yeah.
Who called you that?
The popular girl in school. Yeah.
Don't worry about them.
It was. I did go out with someone, and they said I was boring.
Oh yeah. Oh wow! I didn't know that.
What was her name?
This one.
You can tell me.
It's a long time ago.
Very solid. Yeah. I was. Everybody knew me as boring because I was never in any clique sort of thing. I just kept to myself.
I don't think you were boring. I think you just like you said, kept to yourselves.
Yeah.
It's nothing boring. It's just, and like that's annoying because people didn't take the time to try and like get to know you. That's a them problem.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. Yeah. Like now,
But then
I
it's
know.
our fault as well for not.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
not sort of
Yeah.
socializing. Yeah. But also, like, when you're not allowed to go out
True.
as well.
True.
So like, they all sort of went out on the weekend and stuff like that. So when they come to school, they have something to talk about, and I'm just like, oh. But yeah, I didn't put myself out there either in
Okay.
school. Like I took a lot of days off as well.
Mm.
How about you, cuz?
Things I'll change. I think my brattiness. I was a brat.
Oh yeah.
Like you know, I was a. They're like, oh yeah, no way. I remember being like and because I knew I could get away with it, it didn't stop me from being a brat, if that made sense. So like I was annoying and cheeky and would push people like their buttons and stuff. But because I knew my mum, I knew she would like have my back. Like I would just do it.
Yeah.
And then and because you guys were like even like you guys growing up, you weren't the type to like beat me up or anything or like or tell on me.
Did we ever hear you? Actually,
I think
What?
I think Uiva told me like ages ago because I was so bratty. There was a time he like Uiva told me ages ago, but I didn't even get mad because I remember how bratty I was as a child.
No, don't cover it. I was alright. Did you fuss her?
No, I think it was when I was like 4.
Like little. Yeah, I think because
5. Now 5, I reckon. New Zealand.
Oh, I thought it was here.
No,
I can't
I
remember.
don't think I ever fussy sucky.
Oh.
I remember because I didn't think anyone did until like Cuz told me and he was like, oh, you know, you're a brat. You're cheeky. And I was because my brother who's after me, he's not like that. If anything, he's a lot like you guys.
He was a tough little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
We're like playing wrestling. We're just playing wrestling. And you don't hit each other.
Yeah.
You just like pretend.
Yeah.
But this guy was punching everyone, man. I was like, what the hell? He's just playing, man. And then he like comes around, he punches you in the head. I was like, this guy wants some fussy, man.
I don't know if you remember Uncle's 21st. There's a photo of like there's dancers like performing, and there's a photo of him in the corner, and he's checking out a guy who's his age. It's like right in the corner. You just see like,
yeah, Stella,
but like there's like dancers like performing, and then I was like, oh, that's a bit. What the? And he's only like I think 3 or 4, and there's this big like older kid. He's like, like obviously the photos are still shot, but he's just like this, and Donald's just like,
yeah, he was a tough little kid.
yeah. I think that's what I would change, like my little misattitude, brattiness. I would, because I think it went on until like I got older.
I don't think that was like your doing anyway.
Yeah, but like I think, like, because for me, people know when they shouldn't be doing something, and I knew.
Oh, okay.
Even as a kid, I knew I shouldn't be doing this, but I know I'm going to get away with it, so I'm going to keep doing it.
Well, I didn't experience much of it because you and Bucky are around the same age. So
I think he copped the most. Yeah. My poor cousin. So I think that's why.
Yeah, because there's a big age gap between us. I was just usually I was probably in my own emo phase mood in the room.
The hard rock. You just open the little bit of your room and all the rock music just flying out of the room at the sound.
Literally. Like it was some sort of evil spirit.
No, but I'm going to look for you. I'm like, because it's dark. It's pitch black.
Yeah.
And I felt bad because like I had to turn the light on and you sat up like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, Auntie wants you. She's been calling you for an hour.
Did you ever remember Grandma?
Oh, man.
Grandma came into my room. He had a lot to say about everything in the room. It's like, why do you have this hanging up here? Why is this? Like, what's this magongi? What's the smell?
It's Julia's washing.
Yeah.
That's what you used to do. You used to go in your room, take clothes off and just throw it on the... Nah, I was kidding. I don't know.
Like my
yeah, in your room. You used to keep it in your room.
Oh yeah, because I don't have a
because we take our clothes off, we put it in the bathroom.
Yeah, although some people have a laundry basket in their room. I just threw mine behind the door. Thanks for bringing that up. I'm very clean now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any? Do you guys have anything else? Like any other questions to add?
You know how you said the least favorite of the get-together? What's your most favorite? You know, whenever we'd have get-togethers, what was your favorite part of those get-togethers?
This, like,
Chatting.
like
yeah.
yeah. Like we like the reason why this topic came up is because we always do this. We always do the go down memory lane, bring up all the funny stories, and just laugh about it.
Yeah,
and we do that sober. We don't even need to do that drunk. But there's a lot of times we get together, just tell stories about like the past, and just like
We should do one drunk though.
Yeah, after. Bitch, that'll be funny because like we barely see like you drunk.
Yeah,
so that'll
that's
be
very rare.
Yeah.
But yeah. Fitch, when I mentioned going down memory lane, the first thing that popped up in my head was William. William. Grandma granddad's neighbors. Remember they lived next Fitch, I don't even know if I remember this fully, but we were all in the kitchen in my grandma's house, and we were doing exactly this.
Yeah.
Like exactly what we're doing. We're talking, laughing and that, and then right by the kitchen table is this massive kitchen window, and so at my grandparents' house, like it was connected to the neighbor's house. So it was just one house, but it was like split in the middle. So the owner lived on the other side, and I was an Asian guy named William. And anyway, so we were all home alone. We were all kids, and we were home alone, and we were just telling these stories and that. And I think it was like getting dark. And then anyway,
it was dark.
Yeah. And I don't know if we were talking. I think we were talking about a scary story at the time.
I'm not sure.
Like I think I was telling. I was.
You're the one telling the story.
Yeah.
I think,
yeah.
At that time.
Because I was the one telling. I think it was a scary story because that's what elevated it. But anyway, so I was telling a scary story to these guys and our other siblings, and then I just seen this figure just like
it was a white figure,
and because this window is like it's so high that all you can see is just the head.
Yeah.
So when they're walking on the other side, you just see their head, and so because he was so white.
Oh man.
And it was dark, and we're talking about a scary story. So in the corner, in my peripherals, I could just see this white floating head just walking like past, and then like while in the middle of my story, I'm talking to them, and then as I see it, I like do this slow-mo turn around. I'm like,
oh man, it was funny. Wish I had a phone at that time. Oh man.
But you were sitting across me.
Your face.
And then I got scared. I was more scared of that. I was like, "What's going on? Is that part of your story?"
And she was like, and then
it was legit. It was like a lot more intense than that.
It was so scary. I was so like,
but my face.
It's like you saw a dead body. I swear. And Willie was like, "Hi."
That was the most awkward part because like as I was doing it, and to me in my head it's all in slow mo, and this guy's just looking straight at me.
So I like gasping for air. He's just staring at you like, what the?
See him turn around and his head's floating back the other way.
Oh, man. I had that same reaction. I laugh at you at that. When we think about that story.
Yeah.
But I had that same reaction when I was training, and then a dog ran up to me. It was a little dog. And I had that same reaction. Oh man, that's embarrassing. That should be in the embarrassing section. It's all my teenagers. I thought
oh yeah, the whole church saw you.
Oh no, I'm talking about training.
Oh.
That's another time.
Oh.
This was rugby training, not church volleyball. No, that was embarrassing too.
He's like, little dog.
That one I remember because you flew over the log.
I was running, man. I didn't care. That dog was chasing me, man. And then I had to jump on the log and hold on tight.
Yeah.
And the dog was just like this small little dog.
It was literally a small, I don't
And
know.
the whole church was watching you.
It was a cute little white, fluffy dog.
I think he just wanted to play, man. I was like, no.
Not today.
No. I
sorry.
remember Bucky when he was about 3, our other brother, and he had this thing with with strangers. So he was terrified of anybody he didn't know, and like it was like we were shy as well, but we weren't like terrified like you all scream in your face like yeah. So there was one time for church, we were at our priest's house, and that we had this like sort of Christmas thing happening, and then this poor guy, like he came for the kids, right? Santa walks into the room. And all the kids are excited because, they're going to get presents. And you just hear this loud sort of screech in the back. And it was Bucky. And he just seen this the Santa walk in. And then poor Santa, because this guy, he drew attention to himself because he screamed. And then he went and hid under the table that had the Christmas tree on it.
Aww.
And so Santa bent down for full, like, props to Santa. Full bent down and he was like, "You want a lolly?" And you just hear, "Yeah!" and then, full Santa, like, tried to hand him the lollies. And honest, you just see all these lies flying back into Santa's face. I'm sorry for him. But yeah.
Sook. I reckon that's the biggest sook.
Bucky.
Aww.
Hey, you had your chance to be on the on the podcast.
Oh man.
But yeah. Fitch, we have like heaps of
Sooks.
what's up? This guy. Memories? What a whole grudge guy.
Like heaps of memories. It sucks.
Bucky, Junior. John. Oh, number 1. The youngest brother. Number 1.
Yeah.
No, I think my favorite was when we used to go Blockbuster or whatever like video store.
Oh yeah.
We'd all go there and like because we didn't go anywhere. That's what our holidays were.
Yeah.
Just like hire heaps of movies and then watch them.
Yeah.
Mm.
I used to crack up with the crap movies.
Who picked this one?
Bad.
No more picking movies.
What's always me?
All right, suck it, Dassy.
I remember like our auntie, I'm not gonna mention it, she might kill me. But our auntie picked this movie.
What's it called?
The White Messiah.
Oh no, I remember that.
Like she's our auntie, so we're trying to watch, but I swear it wasn't for kids.
No, nude scenes.
There was like nudity, sex scenes, like a woman giving birth.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Like we saw a lot of shit on that movie. And you would think like as it got like it just got worse and worse, but like she never turned it off. Like
it's funny, you always have that awkward moment where you just all like we all stare at auntie like really? Where am I supposed to look?
and then we just look at each other.
Yeah.
The whole time we were like,
Yeah, no, because it wasn't like we had phones back then, so you couldn't like use your phone to like distract you. But we all every time there was a Valia scene, we were all like, "Bitch, don't know where to look, man."
What do we do?
I was like, this.
He's like this.
Who's still watching?
Don't watch me.
That was a bad movie, man. We like gave her crap for that for ages.
What about that time when Julia, you lost your job, remember?
Mm.
And then we wanted to cheer you up, take you to the movies. And Sucky came along, Mary. And then I suggested a movie. You remember that?
No.
Oh, I was forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yes.
Remember that?
But it was like, even the first scene.
The
We're
first
like all
scene.
sitting there. I think I was like, how old was I? Like 14?
Yeah, 14. I was like, oh, it's gonna be the funniest movie. That's what I read on Rotten Tomatoes.
And then the first thing you see is this guy's beating.
But usually when they show scenes like that, they don't show it. But that one,
That
we
one
saw
was
it, and that was
full
the
on.
first time I've ever seen one.
But
Like,
he's like, he puts his arms up
Yeah.
and then the towel falls.
that was like the first 10, 15 minutes into the movie, and I was like, what the hell?
And I full looked at Suggy right at that time, and I was like, oh, sorry, man. Sorry, man.
But that's the thing. Every time that happens, you always look at the culprit.
Yeah.
Uiva. What?
They said it was good. Rotten
It's your
Tomatoes.
fault.
Walking out the movie, Auntie's like, how's the movie? Yeah, it was good. Favorite.
And they were all like, you guys were all like disappointed, like, that we watched this movie.
Yeah.
And then right at the end, there's another scene. There's another scene. And I was like, oh, damn.
You know what's funny? Like years later when I watched it,
It's a funny
Yeah, it
movie.
is.
in
It
my
is.
own,
Yeah.
in the privacy
Like
of my own
as an
mind.
adult, when I got older and I was more mature, I was like,
I was
oh
like,
yeah,
it's actually funny.
it's a
But
good
we're
movie.
just cringing ever since that scene
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
throughout the whole movie.
I think you were on my right and Bucky was on my left.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And then right at that second time, I was like, oh, I'm trying to
Don't tell your mom.
one.
and then after, Uiva, what the fuck is that?
And I say sorry to Jules. Sorry, did you just cheat up or?
you're like, I know you
Yeah,
lost your
right.
job, but how'd you find the movie?
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, we were talking about this the other day actually when when we have dinner and we don't like the dinner. And back then, like, not like our kids where if they don't like it, they were like, oh, okay, you did eat enough. So yeah. But back then, our parents, man, forced us to stay at that table until we
ate
finished.
everything,
Yeah.
man. Oh man.
There was this one it was cooked by someone else, so I won't mention, but like it was like a friend of mom's cooked this food, and like mom came over, when mom's like trying to impress the the person, fool made us our plates to eat this food. And then she was like, yeah, like she handed it out to us and that, and it was like, like
I still
sorry.
taste it right now, man.
It was legit dog shit,
It
man.
was dog, yeah. Oh man, just like one, like you just eat one by one. I'm like, you just mowed after, man.
Yeah.
After everyone.
What was it?
Honest, because it was legit like dog shit. Like it was like cubes of meat, like that big,
Mhm.
like that big, with like some sort of gravy over it. But it was, oh man,
I don't remember gravy.
Well, I don't know what that thing was. It was like poo poo and diarrhea.
And we're all like trying to cheer one on.
Yeah, because then like mom, man, because she made us eat it, and then we were like, but I want it.
It was like we started eating like daytime.
Yeah.
It went all the way to like dark.
Nighttime.
Oh.
Yeah, and mom was like, "Don't be like that, Andrew. You better like it." Like, did you have some? I didn't see your plate.
Oh man, that was a long night.
Yeah, me and my buddies just sat there and were just like, honest, because if you could have one cube of that meat and you're full.
I wonder what it was.
That's how big it was, and then we were.
And then we were like, oh, I'm going for one. And I was like, oh, go ahead, Jules. Go ahead, Jules.
And it was like,
Yeah. All right. Bucky, your turn.
nah, but we usually we're very grateful.
Yeah. But he's a good eaters anyway. Like,
Nah, but it's just that.
well, not that night. I don't
No.
even know what. I don't know what you're describing to me besides dog crap.
Nah,
It was meat.
like,
it was
meat.
I think it was meat and vegetables.
Nah,
oh, no,
nah,
it wasn't
it
meat
was-
and vegetables.
It had some sort of gravy on it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Maybe it was like the
It was-
juices from it, and it's just.
I don't think it was
Nah,
a juice. It was all dry.
Yeah, and it was black.
Was it with rice?
Yeah.
I think we ate the rice first.
The rice was done in there.
I think that was the best part of it.
Yeah, but it was just on this, like, what was left on our plate was just like this pile of just these chunks of meat. It was like, and it was, you couldn't chew it too. Like, I'm really appreciative. Like, I'm grateful food, but honest.
This one we couldn't, man. I mean, we finished it, but man.
We tried. Oh, we had no choice.
Yeah,
we had no choice. Yeah.
I feel sorry for you guys.
And then we go tell my mom was finished. She's like, yeah, you go, whatever. What the hell? I'm like, well, that time you're gonna just throw it in the bin.
I reckon, eh?
I'm like, Mom, we finished. I thought we were gonna. Oh, good boy. And she's like, yeah, whatever, get out of here. Oh man, I was
He's like, I'm trying to
killed
sleep.
me that day,
It's
man.
midnight.
I reckon,
Get out of my room.
Trying to sleep.
At work in the morning. Get out.
Sorry. Yeah. Have you ever had that? Like, had to be forced to eat someone else's food?
Nah. That's why I'm just looking at you. He's like, he's okay.
Yeah.
Like we were quite we were quite lucky. I like most foods that we got.
Yeah, same. It was just that one.
Yeah,
that one
That's
dish.
what we
Eh?
remember, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
yeah.
That
I
was
think
all-
I just had keke poa.
Mm.
Yeah, pork buns. We got that from a shop, but when I bit into it, it was like stickers.
Oh.
So like kids stickers, like
What
if they
the
get
hell?
it at school or it was stickers. But it wasn't just one. I think it was like 3. But I bit into it, I chewed it, and I couldn't swallow something because it was like it just felt funny.
Oh.
And I looked at it, I saw,
Inside?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know if the kids were helping. And good job, you put it inside.
Lucky it was like kids' band-aid or something.
Oh.
Oh shit! What if it was? Like,
Whatever it was.
oh no!
Oh man.
Yeah, I just gotta think about that. Fetch. Do you have any other like funny memories? Or any memories that like what's one that we always talk about like every time we get together? Because sometimes we always say the same story like
But they
50 times.
they work.
Yeah.
I think because it was just that memorable.
Yeah.
And I think when we talk about the story, there's one person that don't know the story.
Yeah, true.
So
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh man, you gotta hear this one.
Like we were telling that, yeah, we're gonna go listen.
The worst is like, I just started going out with Rob and these guys are already telling me all these ugly ass stories. And we're just like,
That's
Sully,
funny.
just started.
He said, get comfortable with the voice.
Oh, that ain't my meds. Fool telling you about like all the times I beat them up and
Oh man, yeah.
anyway.
I think that's what siblings do though, because when I was giving birth, my in-laws were waiting with my siblings, and they told them every time I like beat them up or I gave them a hiding or for whatever reason,
Yeah.
but they were like in shock. And then they'd come and say, like, see me and the baby.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're looking at me like,
I know. Because after that, I was like, I didn't know you were violent.
I know you were angry. You just gave birth to my grandkid.
And Julia, man, oh. Every time you're like, yeah, Jules like, don't make like she's telling us to be quiet. We're watching like a movie or something.
Yeah.
And then she's like, don't make me throw this book at you. And I'm like, yeah, you would never throw the book. I not even finish the sentence. The book is book hits my head and we start crying.
Because when I say something, I follow it through.
Oh, even a freaking glass cup. I'm like, oh, this time you'll never throw that. Oh yeah, watch me.
Yeah.
Aw.
I don't do that anymore.
Used to play around with us too. Like, there was one thing he told me to turn around, and he had a pencil right behind my head. He's like, "Uiva, turn around." I turned around. She full stabbed me in my lip. And I'm like, what the?
And on this because it's like it was a blue pen. And I didn't even you know when you click the pen and the, like you know the bit with the
Yeah, the tip of it.
yeah the tip of it comes out. So I thought it was off.
No, you didn't. You. That's why he told me to turn around.
Nah, but the way this guy turned around.
That's like, yeah, because I was a good brother.
fast.
I was a good brother. I wanted to see what you wanted. She was standing, man. It didn't like. It took me like 10 seconds before I started like crying. Man.
Isn't it up here?
Oh, somewhere.
Yeah, because then for a while we've had this like Sidney Crawford mole tattoo. Remember? Because it stayed on.
That's it.
Because it was ink.
We'd right in my skin, man.
You just tattooed him.
Yeah.
And we were both like, "Oh, sorry." And I'm like, "Is it bleeding?"
And then you do this. No, it's not.
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
And I'm like, I feel it. I think it was like getting swollen. And I just bawled my eyes out.
You're just like, you do it to me, do it to me. But yeah, that was whenever we made the little ones cry, it was shh.
Don't cry. I'll give you a lolly.
Oh man.
Fuck, I can't believe you still remember that.
Yeah, well,
Do you still have the scarf? The tattoo?
Nah, no. Thought I would.
Yeah.
How many scars am I?
Wait, it's only
Huh?
I didn't give you a bit all those scars.
No, I'm just saying I got a lot of scars.
Oh.
Like when we were walking home and I fell
Oh yeah.
and then landed on the corner of a brick.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Was it here?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
you can see the scar on the
Yeah. And Dad ran and carried me all the way home.
Yeah, and
I
it was
smelled
just
the blood all over my
blood.
face. Yeah.
And blood all over Dad's shirt.
And then I'm recovering at home. And Jules goes, "Oh, we'll never be mean to you again." But he was like, "I'll never get cheeky to you." And then every time you start like mocking me or something, like, remember that time? No.
I know, eh? Oh,
Oh,
no, there
man.
was one time I said something and you cried. because you had the cut here. Remember how I was swollen? Remember I was swollen after? Remember? Like we had Sunday school.
No, that was when I had a mosquito bite.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, but you had stitches, so that was swollen. That whole thing was swollen.
I don't remember. No, I remember I had one here. It was huge here.
Oh. Well, one of them, we called him Quasimodo. Yeah,
Yeah, just because my eyes was like this. I looked like a freak man at that time, huh? And we had Sunday school. Actually did the Quasimodo story.
I'm pretty sure we have so many more, but yeah, we'll end it at that.
Yeah. It was good having you, cuz.
Yeah.
I always love having we've on.
I know, but I mean, now you sort of all like got a snippet of
Yeah.
Weaver's personality.
Yeah.
So, you know, we our perception of him is he's always been the one that cheers us up with his jokes and his personality. But yeah, also he's single, so
Yeah.
No.
Only if you're worthy though.
Also not looking.
yet. But yeah, we're check him out, Logo Bros. As I said, on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube.
Yeah.
Instagram and Facebook, it's just mainly photography stuff, eh?
Yeah, and
their videos.
video, yeah.
Yeah. And then on YouTube, it's their short films and other videos. And also please subscribe to our channel, Logo Smith Media. We have Indie Faith on there. We have Smoke and Mirrors on there. And I think a link to Logo Bros as well. We're also on Instagram, Facebook,
TikTok.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. As Indie Faith Podcast.
Yeah. So thanks again, We've.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Hopefully you can come back again.
I'll see my schedule.
Hopefully we didn't traumatize you with some of our stories. But yeah. Welcome back anytime. Hopefully we get more guests on here as well. Also, let us know in the comments or message us if you guys do this sort of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Do you like to get together, sort of talk about going down memory lane? So I know this is one of our favorite things to do with our family. But yeah, and if you guys have any funny stories as well, let us know. But yeah, that's it.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll see you in the next episode.